No vultures, this for the culture.
What?
No vultures, this is for the culture. No vultures, this is for the culture.
Yeah.
No vultures, this is for the culture. No vultures, this is for the culture.
What?
No vultures, this is for the culture. No vultures, this is for the culture.
Yeah.
No vultures, this is for the culture. One like me, you never find amongst the billions. All the real ones, put your lighters up if you feel them. I don't fuck with them kids, I'm neglecting the children. Authentic into the building, fishing out the chameleons. Out here pump faking, got your boy mistaken. This is how I bring the bacon. So in the booth, I'm one taking. Infiltrating, probably taking they pro-po. What I wrote is dope, they in love with the cocoa. They imitate the culture, all these vultures are so-so. But when they see me on the beat and dumping the fofo, the lights is on. Roaches got a no chatter, it don't matter. We going up, it's no ladder. These boom bappers, taking back the room shatter. These new rappers, turning out to be new cappers. Now when you see OT and LE fall up in the function, fraudulent hit the dough, and real hip-hop is coming. No vultures, this is for the culture.
Yo.
Vultures, this is for the culture.
Welcome back, y'all, to our 5th installment of the Fifth Element.
Yeah.
It's a glorious day out here in Las Vegas. I got some special guests in here today. I got my man, Pat, my man, Dawson, my man, Gas, my man, Two-Tone, my man, Jeremiah. I'm like, man, it's about to be crazy today, man. I'm like, y'all don't even know what's about to happen today. I'm like, we gonna get into that. But before we get into that, my man, Ray Son, gonna give y'all the news like usual.
Yes,
and
sir.
tell y'all what's going around in the hip-hop community.
Man, what it do?
What it dope.
All right, so the news.
Yes, sir.
I want to talk about that Kanye, but that Drake just dropped.
Drake, Drizzy, he was crazy.
Right. But we're gonna get into Drake in a minute. We're gonna start with Kanye because he came in the game first with this.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Donda. Have you listened to it? You listened to the whole thing?
Absolutely. I'm like, man, that mug was crazy. I liked it at least, you know.
Yeah, no, I liked it. Maybe not as much as you liked it, but
I liked it though. I liked it a lot.
So what I did is I started listening to it. The last song first, I listened to it backwards.
Right.
And I was thoroughly impressed listening to started with the Jesus Lord Part 2.
Right.
With Jay Electronica.
Yeah.
And the Locks.
Yeah,
and
it was crazy.
It was crazy. I was not expecting that.
Jay Elect went crazy on that verse though, right? I'm like, he spazzed on that. I was like, yikes.
I ain't heard him in a minute since his last album, so I was like, all right, he back.
Right.
Sheik Luch spit.
Yeah.
Sheik came with it.
But you know, Sheik looked like he been having a something to prove lately.
Yeah,
you know, since everybody's saying like, you know, Sheik don't really have no verses, you know, that stand out. You know, and then he showed him what it was on the verses,
right?
And now he got a chance to shine on that Kanye album. It was dope, man.
Sheik had some mixtapes that was crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so Donda, it broke some records for the most streamed album in a day and the most streamed artist.
Makes sense.
Right, exactly.
Makes sense. That's Kanye.
Right. I don't know what
Makes
Drake
sense.
did yet. You know what I'm saying? This day is still going, but we're going to see what's happening. So, all right, let's start with the first song with that Donda chant.
Yeah.
Who was Donda.
Right.
Donda.
Right.
There we go.
Look at you, Slim. I see you back.
Slim's on point.
All right. Prepared.
That part.
So that represents her last heartbeats as she passed away.
That's crazy.
Right. I did not know that.
That's some information I didn't know about
That was touching because I was there with my mother. She passed away from cancer.
Right.
So me and my brother were there when she took her last breath. So just listening to that and learning that, you know what I'm saying, it touched me right there. I was like, damn, I understand what he's going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dealing with some of these songs and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right, so after Jesus Lord Part 2, we had Junior Part 2.
Right.
We had OK.
Yeah.
This is going backwards also.
Right.
All right. Jail Part 2 with the baby.
Yeah. Hey, I like the baby's verse.
Yeah,
you
that was
know,
hard.
I like the fact that the baby, you know, he didn't just go into a turtle shell and disappear after what happened. You know, he actually came back with a verse and, you know, just standing up for himself.
Yeah.
You know, and I like that. I'm like, I ain't saying I agree with everything he said, but I do like the fact that, you know, he didn't just crawl in a hole and die and try to peek out later on like, is it okay for me to rap again?
Right.
You know, he actually, you know, came in and he did it on the right platform, which is the Kanye album. So everybody's going to hear it.
Exactly. He's making his rounds too. He's been doing a couple freestyles.
Right.
He's at Boosie Bash.
Yeah.
If you follow Boosie Bash.
Yeah.
Boosie said his album was better than Kanye's. Yeah.
What?
I know y'all probably ain't too much of a Boosie fan.
That sounds like
Talk 3.
I like Boosie. I ain't saying that Boosie ain't hard.
Right.
Boosie is dope, but I'm like
Not in the same frame.
That might be clickbait.
It might be clickbait.
That might be clickbait. Just to keep it 100, man. I'm like, I ain't gonna say that Boosie would, surpass the Kanye thing. Kanye just appeals to more people to me than Boosie. Boosie has a particular type of audience, and I like Boosie. I rock with Boosie, but
Boosie hard. I go Boosie. I go stupid.
There you go.
Look at it. You feel me?
Seven know what it is.
7 plugged in. Sam tapped in.
Right. He had a couple more songs on there, but he also had a song with Pop Smoke called "Tell the Vision."
Right.
Ooh.
It was only 1:44 seconds long.
My God,
Right.
that was hard.
And-
felt
We made it.
Yeah.
We made it.
There you go. Let's see. He had "Keep My Spirit Alive" with Conway,
Right.
Westside Gun.
Hey, to me, that's one of the hardest tracks. I love Griselda.
Right.
Griselda is dope as a mug to me. I'm like, man, these dudes, I'm like, they just give you that Wu-Tang vibe. You know what I mean? The way they just like come in the game, just like whatever, man.
They
We
do
gonna
that.
do us.
Right.
That 90s New York.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They give you that vibe, man. But I'm like, man, and they talk about dope selling, but they definitely make it interesting.
Right. But he had a lot more songs on there. He had 27 songs on there altogether.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little churchish to
Right.
me. But all in all, it was a solid album.
But I'm like, you got to expect that it was going to be, spiritually motivated, because this is what Kanye's direction has been for the last album. And before that last album, he was saying what direction he was going into. So now that he's went into that direction, it's like a lot of people I've been seeing like on my news feeds, like people feeling like, man, it's spiritual and all this other stuff. And I'm like, bro, he been telling you this for years.
Right.
This ain't no new thing. I'm like, were you listening or were you just listening?
Right.
I
I think a lot of the, if you want to say backlash, it
Right.
came from his Trumpism.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right. And and people don't know how to separate politics and art. I'm like, that man's personal views on who he wants to vote for, it really shouldn't matter about his music, to be honest with you, because good music is good music. I see it as two separate things. I'm like, a lot of people who you might rock with musically who don't openly express their political affiliation, you still rock with them.
Right.
And they probably voted for somebody who you didn't like, and it didn't matter.
So
You just like their music.
So check it out. You remember Chrisette Michele?
Absolutely.
She sung for Trump during his inauguration.
Right.
They canceled her.
And that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, how do you cancel somebody?
Is it we canceled her? You know what I mean?
I wasn't a part of that cancel.
right.
So I'm not included in
you
that.
didn't subscribe to that one, huh? That wasn't you.
No, I'm not subscribing to that. I'm like, I ain't canceling nobody for singing for the president. That's a big accomplishment in your life. I don't care who's the president at the time. If you able to do that,
Right.
that's a flex.
Yeah.
I'm
most
sorry.
definitely.
I'm like, whether it be Trump, whether it be Obama, whether it be whoever, it doesn't matter. I'm like, you able to sing for the president. That's insane.
Right. I was just bringing that up just because Trump is getting a lot of airplay, getting a lot of, getting a lot of hype on it.
Right,
but
right.
wasn't nobody talking about canceling him as they did Chrisette Michele.
Well, you can't cancel Trump. He too big.
No, not Trump. Canceling Kanye.
Oh yeah, canceling Kanye. Yeah. I'm like, Kanye's pretty big, man. It's hard to cancel Kanye as well.
Right.
Kanye show up anywhere. They like, yo, book that ticket.
Right.
I'm sorry. Ain't nobody turning down no venues with Kanye.
Man,
I'm gonna keep it
You
100.
saw when he was on stage and he didn't do nothing.
He ain't do
All
nothing.
them people, and he did nothing but to stand there.
Yo,
That
man,
tells you something.
that tells you, like, dude, like people rocking with him. But no matter how many people
Still,
say they
to
ain't,
this day.
it's more people rocking with him than not. Look at them streams.
Indeed.
Look at them streams. I'm like, yo, proof is in the numbers, baby.
All right, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna stay on Kanye for a little bit, but we'll get back to Kanye.
Right,
There's some things. Actually, you brought to light with me.
What's that?
Sukiana.
I'm like, man, Did you check out the video?
I checked it out.
Way, I'm like, man, let's put it like this. That is not rated G at all.
Right.
That is X with 2 X's on it.
So
I don't know what she was talking about playing that video. I don't know.
It's the 18-year anniversary of the tip drill video.
Yeah.
So Sukihana, I think
Right.
she tried to match that up with the video she came out with. I think it's called Pussy Everywhere.
Yeah. Yep. That's the name of it. It was very creative.
Wow.
Right.
All right.
It was very creative. She
So
had to dig in her mind to get that one out. You know, it
It's
was
probably tip drill times 10.
Hey, exactly. It's definitely porn. I wouldn't even say it's softcore porn. It's the full-fledged porn.
Right.
I'm like, man, that thing is crazy.
And since we're on that, also Trick Daddy is in the hip hop media, you should say. So Trick Daddy, go ahead.
Trick Daddy.
Trick Daddy says he's the president, the CEO, and the founder of the EBG.
EBG, what's that stand for?
Eat a Booty Gang.
Eat a
Wow.
booty gang. I'm like, how you get jumped in?
Man.
You gotta eat a booty. The Eat a Booty gang.
So Trick was on the
So he's eating or the
Dude,
other way.
Hey,
Both.
he's
No, we not. Yeah.
he's not only a participant. He's not only a client. He's the president.
right.
Yeah, you wildin'.
He's doing it all.
Right. So he's on Nori's podcast, The Drink Champs.
Right.
And he told him he said he likes to get 8 out sometimes, which was just crazy.
Right. And when I seen the interview and he was talking about it, and I was like, they asked him, they was like, do you put your legs up? And he was like, sometimes, yeah. I was like, boy, that's got to be the most compromising position I ever heard.
Right.
As a man, I'll be like, I don't know, man. I would feel violated.
Yeah. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell.
That is insane. The Eat a Booty gang.
All right, and some movie news. The movie Candyman, the new one.
Yeah.
The director, Nia DaCosta,
Right.
she becomes the first black female director to debut a film at #1.
Nice. Big
Right.
accomplishment. Big
All right.
accomplishment.
Did you did you check out the new Candyman?
I didn't because I don't watch scary movies.
Oh, it's wrong.
You know, I don't, man. Hey, you know, I made a change a while back, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting rid of purging the negative things, and you know, usually scary movies have a lot of negative things attached to them. If that's just my own personal thing,
Right.
I heard the movie was good, but you know, I probably won't be checking it out.
So you watching The Notebook and Love Jones and all that?
Hey man, the ladies like Love Jones and The Notebook. Hey, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do what the ladies like. You know what I mean?
That's exactly.
Like, LL Cool OT.
Right. Okay. In some sad news, Nene Leakes from the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Right.
Her husband Greg Leakes passed away from colon cancer. He was 66 years old.
Yeah, I seen something about that, and he's been sick for a while.
Right.
You know, even on the show, I believe they was like saying that how sick he was and how he was going through a bunch of things. So, condolences to the family, man.
Most definitely.
You know, pray for their family's strength and able to get past this tough time in their life.
Right. That was just brought me to on last week's episode. We were talking about invisible illnesses.
Yeah.
And take care of your health.
Take
Make
care
sure
of
you
your
get your checkups.
You know, and speaking of that, we want to give a shout out and a definitely prayer out to my man DJ Certified. Right now, he's in the hospital. He's fighting for his life. If you do know him out here in the Vegas area, reach out to his Facebook, Instagram. If you know his family personally, send them a shout. Just let him know that you're thinking about him. If you got any pictures or anything like that you took with him over the years, because he was very active in the community.
Yes, sir.
As far as providing music for multiple events. So I know a lot of people out there got pictures with DJ Certi. Please post them. If you know his sisters, send them out to him. Post them in his Instagram. Post them in his Facebook. Post them in his Snapchat or Twitter or whatever it is you got of Certified, man, and just let them know that we thinking about him.
Right.
All right.
Right. Let's put some positive thoughts in there. For
Yes,
him.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Get that man back right. Sports. Sports. Speaking of sports, I went to the game last night to the UNLV versus East Washington.
Yeah, how was it?
I seen you and Woo up there flexing on us, man.
Man.
Woo, what up?
Woo, what up? Hey, the game was banging. The game was off the chain, but we lost 35-33, double overtime.
Oh, hey, then that's a good game. I'm
Right.
like, yo, that means they tried. If you win double overtime, you tried.
Right. That new stadium is dope.
Yeah, I've been hearing. I got to take a visit over there one of these days. And
Yes, sir.
check out our Raiders.
Right.
You know,
Jake Paul beat Tyronn Woodley, split decision.
I don't know about him beating him.
Yeah, that don't sound
like,
too right.
Yeah, because from what I seen, the clips that I seen,
Yeah.
it looked like Jake Paul was getting his head rocked. But hey, they out here making money. They made $2 million a piece off that I seen. Which was crazy. So I get in the ring with Jake Paul and throw a couple jabs at him for $2 million.
You got it on? You think you can do that on?
Hey man, look, I ain't saying I'm gonna win. I'm gonna say I'm going to win as far as making $2 million.
Right, there you go.
That's the W.
You train for about 18 months, you might, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, look, let's put it like this. He gonna know I'm there. Let's put it like that.
Right.
He ain't gonna just walk over me. I be like, yo, okay, let's get it in, Jake Paul. I got you. These hands is nice. You know what I mean? They nice in the streets.
Disney man.
Man, okay. Last thing, Texas just passed an abortion law.
What?
Any woman or abortion clinic that facilitates an abortion after 6 weeks pregnant can be sued by anyone in the United States.
That is insane.
It is insane.
So you can be sued by somebody who didn't have nothing to do with the pregnancy?
You can be sued. You can sue, not you personally, but you can sue the person that took the female to the abortion clinic.
Whoa.
That's even
So
more
if she took
crazy.
an Uber, you can sue the Uber driver.
Sounds like a big money scheme to me.
Right.
Yeah.
That sounds like somebody, lawyers gonna get paid, judges, and all these people gonna get paid for these unnecessary lawsuits that really don't even have a reason even to exist. But
Right, but not even on the lawsuit part of it. I think it's just crazy
that you can even interfere with somebody's business.
that you can interfere with somebody's business. You know what I'm saying?
That is
Female's
insane.
business.
Nosy.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's crazy.
Just the
Nosy.
whole Roe versus Wade and abortion stuff. I mean, I think they should leave that to the female's choice. It shouldn't be somebody
Absolutely.
else's choice to defend. I understand the time limit on it. You understand, but it should be the female's choice. We shouldn't be able to dig into that for our heads. Into that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we can go on and on all day. But let's get to what we got going on today, man.
All right, man. Without further ado, I know I said something about our guest today,
OT intro. Here we go.
I know we said something about our guest today, but I didn't really do it justice. Because the guys that I have up here today, they've been doing things in the Las Vegas area behind the scenes, behind the music that y'all been hearing, that y'all been loving, on the local level, on a major level. It doesn't matter what level is on. These guys are the elite of Las Vegas. And it pleased me to hear that 5 of our elite engineers, producers, they all came together and formed a what I like to call a conglomerate.
Yes, sir.
Something that's like so major, and behind the scenes, it's like they're like pushing the buttons and y'all don't even know it's happening.
Right.
But things are happening. And without further ado, that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna introduce my man DAWSON, my man Pat, and let them tell y'all about themselves and the major flex that they about to put on the city.
Major.
Yo, give it up for my guys, man. Yo, DAWSON, Pat.
Good, was good.
Man, tell us about yourselves, man. Tell us what's going on in the world of hip hop in Vegas and what you're doing.
I'm an audio engineer, producer, 26-year-old. I own Junction Sound. It's a recording studio out here. Been open since like March 2017.
Nice.
Yeah, just been working with a bunch of people, putting in that work.
Oh, trust me, we know. Our ear been to the street. You know what I mean?
Right.
Pat, tell them about yourself, man. Tell them what you got going on.
What's up? I'm Pat Hundley. I'm an engineer.
All right.
Make music.
All right.
Okay.
make music with people and mix and stuff. But yeah, been out here about 10 years. Moved out here from Nashville.
Right.
And yeah, I like to record rappers and rock artists and singers and
Already.
stuff.
What studio you work out of?
I'm freelance, but I got my own place called Mix Las Vegas.
Mix Las Vegas. Hey, look,
That
if
sound
y'all
hard.
haven't been there, you know what I mean, tap in with them. You know, I'm like, you're going to get the product. Trust me. You're going to get quality product. I'm like, I've heard a few guys coming out of their studios, man, and it's crazy. I'm like, Pat, you work with Yalda, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Worked with Yalda for a while.
Yalda, he got some heat. If y'all tapped into the Las Vegas scene, I know about him, you know what I mean? And he popping right now.
Right.
He definitely popping right now, you know? So Pat, how did you get into doing the engineering thing? Was it always a passion, or was it something that you fell into? Maybe you had a love for music? Or
Yeah, I just kind of fell into it. I was in a band in high school, and I actually went to college originally. I went to film school to be a movie director. But just like after doing that for a little while, I realized it just kind of took too long. And there was like the potential for stuff to not come out ever, and everything like that. So after I kind of went through that process a little bit, I switched over to music. I was good at music,
Right.
and my friends were just having me do it anyway. I was mixing stuff without really knowing it at the time,
Hey,
and then I just kind of fell into it.
so any still like future aspirations of doing the film career, film path?
No, I don't think so.
No, you don't think so?
No?
I know some great guys and stuff, but that's what I'm saying. It really takes a long time to make a major movie.
Yeah.
You can make a major movie and then no one picks it up. You've
Right.
wasted all this time, and there's all kind of like the 50 Cent movie. Everybody always makes fun of him or whatever. It's like that was like a full scale movie.
Yeah.
Right.
That just never got picked up by a major film
Right.
company, and that happens all the time with like you could have George Clooney and all these big actors, and
Have you tried
company might
to
not
maybe
pick it up.
maybe
So,
doing something on a
good
local scale? Maybe
Indie.
working with
yeah,
some
I mean,
different people?
I've done a couple like music videos or whatever, but
Right.
honestly, that stuff is exhausting.
I can imagine.
It's completely exhausting. It's so much work for
Right.
you know what I mean? So like so I don't
Were they
know,
for songs you
stay
mixed
out
too?
of it. Yeah.
Recorded it, mixed it, directed the video.
Look,
For real,
he
yeah.
got multiple streams of income off of one project.
It's too much work though.
Indeed.
So Dawson, man, tell us about what you've been going on, man. We've been hearing big things about you, man. So, get into some of that, unless you want me to bring it up.
Talk that talk. What he telling me?
Yeah, what do you want to know?
I want to know about the Donda project, man. That's what we all want to know about. We want to know about Donda, man. We want to know how you got plugged in with that, man. You working with Kanye.
Shout out to Fireman. He's a producer and writer who also worked on the Donda project.
Nice.
He's from Chicago.
Right.
Very talented individual. I've been working with him since like about 2017 when I first opened up the studio.
Oh, nice.
And just been working with him for years. And he's been plugged in for a while, and he got that gig, and sure enough, they were in Vegas. I got the call, and they were just fucking with me, so I stuck around to finish it out.
Nice. So how many of the songs were you able to actually put your touch on?
All of them,
All of them,
except for the television. Yeah.
Woo! Hey, that's a flex.
That's a major flex.
Yeah.
All of them.
Right.
Flex.
Yeah.
I touched every one of them. So
Every
did you were you in the sessions when they were recording, or were they sending in verses, or were they like, how was that process? What was going on with that?
I don't know how much I can say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did.
That was a secret.
Okay.
That was a secret. Don't tell
what
that.
did you
We were
say?
there. We worked on it. I can,
Okay.
Yeah, we signed an NDA, so it's like we got to be kind of careful about what we talk about.
Understood.
But
yeah, I mean, you guys know who was on the album. You know
Absolutely.
the features and everything, and
Absolutely.
we got to be a part of all of that. So
Nice, man. I'm like I said, that's a major flex right there. Tell us about some of the other artists you've been able to work with, because of that, the projects that you've been able to touch because of the
it
Kanye
just happened.
connection.
So it just happened. So I just got back in Vegas, just trying to get my life back together. I was gone for a month, so I just kind of up and left. So,
Oh, nice.
So I just got back, and I haven't taken on anything new per se. I am working with Ray. It's Ray, I guess. He's a Vegas artist. We're doing a project with him right now. Mac Neely that we had started before Donda, and we're gonna be picking that back up too. And then I'm doing like a thing called Behind the Sound, which is just my own project that I'm putting together, just like hand picking like producers and artists in the city and documenting the process of us making music and then eventually putting it out.
Man, that's dope right there, man. That's crazy, man. I'm like, just to be able to say that you worked on a project that big. Were you born and raised in Vegas?
No, born in Cali, raised in Arizona, lived in Hawaii for like 4 years, and then I moved to Vegas in 2014.
2014. Yeah. Nice, man. I'm like, man, fellas. I'm like, man, I definitely appreciate y'all coming up here. Tell us where we can reach y'all at.
Anywhere, Sound by DAWSON, everything.
Sound by DAWSON, everything?
Everything, Sound by DAWSON, yeah. Junction Sound, JUNXION Sound.
Junction Sound.
Yeah.
And the name of the studio?
Junction
Sound. Bam.
Sir.
Let everybody know. Pat.
Yeah, I'm Pat 'em Down EQ.
Pat 'em Down EQ.
On all services. And yeah, there's a link in there, but it's mixlasvegas.scheduleista.com. You can just go on there, book me.
Nice.
Mixes or whatever, yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Fellas, I definitely appreciate y'all coming up here and just blessing us with all the information and just like I'm loving what I'm seeing right now with the collaboration with all you guys coming up, man. I'm like, it's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, shout out to everybody involved in the project too. Shout out to Bugs, Blue, OG Volta, Jared, Fi, Malik, Big Lou, Super MVP. Couldn't have been able to do what I did without him for sure. Shout out to Mike Dean and everybody else a part of the project for sure.
Hey man, before you go, we need drops.
We
need drops before we go. Before y'all go,
we definitely
gonna need some drops from y'all.
We gonna tap in before they leave for sure. For sure. Yeah,
let us know. Yeah.
Fellas, man, like I said, appreciate y'all coming up there. Hey, give it up for our first two engineers of this conglomerate that they formed. DAWSON, Pat, thank y'all for coming up, man. Thank you. Hey, Ray, what else we got in the news, man?
Man, we about to talk about that Drizzy.
The Drizzy Drake.
Drizzy. So
Drake.
Certified Lover Boy.
Soulja Boy, I got you.
It had let me see, 21 tracks on it. And I say the album is fire all the way through.
Yeah.
All the way through. There we go.
You said it's fire all the way through?
All the way through.
Come on, Slim.
Ride to it, whatever.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. That second track on there, that's
Poppy's Home.
Poppy's Home.
My God.
It's my favorite song. My favorite song on there, man. I'm like the soul of Montel Jordan singing.
Yeah.
And then, the way they hooked up the beat. I'm like, man, that thing is crazy, man. I'm like, I'm loving it right now.
I ain't got a favorite song yet, but listening to it, they got some. It's some hits. It's some hits.
You know what it gave me? It gave me vibes of Nothing Was the Same. Like the way the energy of it. It was like more of that type of feel. I've been waiting for that Drake for a while.
Yeah.
Because that was the Drake that got me like, okay, yeah, I rocks with Drake heavy.
He came with a point to prove on that.
Absolutely.
That the song with Jay-Z.
Oh,
right.
This verse, Jay-Z, if you're watching, you killed it.
Hey,
Love
man.
All is the name of the song.
Come on, man. I'm like, man, that verse was insane.
Right. He started off, niggas want to kill me, and y'all still with them. Y'all chill with them.
Right.
Like, what?
Y'all chilling with them. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, I don't know who he was talking to.
Right.
But today, Jay chose violence.
Yeah. He woke up with Black Air Forces.
You know what I mean? Black Air Force activity.
Black Air Forces energy.
Right.
Black Air Force activity.
I'm like, his Black Air Force activity was through the roof.
Man.
I'm like, man, this guy right here, man, I don't know. Man, I don't know what, man, Jay, he ain't slowing down.
Nah.
Bar-wise, that dude ain't slowing down. You say people 40, 50 over can't spit. I beg to differ.
right. Jay's proving that.
Like Jay letting you know, like, man, ain't nothing weak about these bars over here.
Hey, what's crazy is all the collabs that Drake has on his album that Kanye has on his album.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if that was
Are we gonna do a
purposeful,
comparison?
But if it was,
No.
I'd be like, man, Drake.
If we gonna do a comparison, you already know who's gonna win. Just letting you know.
Right, we had a listening session and we was comparing the two songs, so it was crazy. It was really no comparison.
We already,
man. Hey.
do your research. That's all I gotta say.
For me, I think it's two different vibes.
Yeah.
Like when I'm listening to Drizzy, I'm on a certain type of vibe. When I'm listening to that Kanye project, I'm on another type of vibe. So I like them both equally.
Yeah.
You know, to me, it's not a one or the other. It's
Right.
more of a like, you know, I like this one when I'm doing this. I like this
Right,
one
like
when
this
I'm
one.
doing that.
So it
you
depends
know?
on your mood.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know
On
what I
your
mean?
mood.
I'm
Right,
like, yo,
right.
you know.
So
this one-
what you doing as a 16-year-old? What's your vibe when you listening to Kanye?
Me listening to Kanye?
Yeah, what's your vibe?
I
So
like the
Yeezy.
old school Kanye, the American boy. I listen to that every time I wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Take me on a dip down,
Look, he say,
Come on now.
I want the new Kanye,
Yeah.
not the old Kanye.
Man.
Right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the new Kanye too, bro. But the American boy and all those Gold Digger, Graduation, Flashing Lights, like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that is just classics, just classics. They're,
Right.
Like
Yeah, but
they play to the club still to this day,
Yeah, yeah.
Indeed.
still to this day.
But you know, Kanye's on his he's on a different kick now.
We can't call him Kanye no more. We gotta
Yeah,
call
oh
him
yeah,
Ye.
he's
Yeah,
Ye.
yeah,
My
he's
bad.
Ye.
My bad. That's
Yeah.
Ye now. You know what I mean?
Respect.
He legally changed it. It's
He legally
Ye.
changed it.
So I'm like, man, whatever a man want to be called, you call that man by his name.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Come on, Ye.
I'm like, man, what do he say on Coming to America? If the man wants to be called Ye, call the man Ye.
Is that what his mama called him?
You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, so some of the same collabs they got. Young Thug is on both albums.
Yep. Young
Lil,
Thugger.
Lil Durk is on both albums.
Yeah.
Little Baby is on both albums.
Yeah. Lil
Jay-Z
Jake Jigga.
and Travis Scott.
Yo,
Travis
So-
that's
Scott.
crazy.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what, about 5-6 people on both albums?
Yeah. Yeah. I like that Travis Scott song with Drake too. That's one of my favorites on there too, man.
I'm not a
that
big
joint
Travis
is crazy.
Scott fan.
But
Huh?
that
I don't
song
know.
though,
I don't
that
know what
song
it
is crazy.
The song
bro.
is crazy,
I like
though.
That song is crazy.
Somehow I missed it.
Yeah.
Somehow I missed the boat on
What?
Travis
Look,
Scott.
what happened was you
What?
seen the name Travis Scott and you just was like, and just skipped it.
Right.
You know,
Nah, I don't
your
know.
brain turned off.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Man,
don't know.
Hey, we all got our opinions, bro.
Right.
We all
I feel
respect.
you.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel you, man.
Yeah.
Nah, Ray can't have no opinion, man. Travis dope. Nah.
You know, I like that.
Hashtag OT with Travis.
I like that
I'm just
Kevin
messing with you,
Gates,
Ray.
that Mo 3. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
hey,
Some of
Oh
that.
yeah.
Look, I'm just messing with you, bros. You know how I am.
Nah, it's all good.
Hey, but without further ado, man, we got our
Another OT
second
intro.
set of guests up here right now. You know what I mean? I'm like, we got another couple of guys who's doing major things out here in Vegas, trailblazing the name of Vegas to spread out through the U.S. to over the globe. These guys are doing major things. If you check out their IGs right now, you're gonna see crazy stuff. You can be like, this guy lives in Vegas with me. I'm like, man, it's crazy. But without further ado, man, without me putting too much on it, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm gassing it because I got my man
That's funny.
Gas and my guy Jeremiah right here in the studio, and they gonna tell everybody what they up to right now. Gas, Jeremiah, welcome to the Fifth Element Hip Hop.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yes. Welcome.
All right, now, man, tell us what's going on with your Tyler, man. Gas.
All right.
My
Hey,
bad.
all right. You might as well
My
address
bad.
it live. Look.
He didn't got a joke
My
in too.
bad. gas. My bad.
Man, you know, everyday business operations, running sessions, engineering, coaching artists,
Already.
Word.
producing albums.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
No.
He
I
do this
go.
for a living. You can tell. He's so chill and quiet. Man, I do this.
Hey, no. But let me tell you about Gas, man. I'm like, I first met this dude through my guy Twix. We come over to the studio. It was his first gas station studio that I went to. It was over.
That's a second.
Oh, actually, second.
Yeah.
My bag. I don't know what the first one was. I wasn't privy to that information. But the first one I went to,
Yeah.
we go over there, and the thing that was different about his studio than everybody else's is he has a wall of MCs or anybody who has recorded at his studio. There's a Sharpie up front, and you don't get to sign the wall until you lay some fire bars down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
I went to the booth.
Hall of Fame.
Never knew him before, before this. And, I did what I do.
OG,
You know, I did what I do.
Wait,
and I
OG,
got to.
OG did the bar test?
Hey man, you look, man. I'm like I bench press every day, baby.
There we
Well,
go.
man, there, you know, and I'm like I stay on that thing.
Every
Hey,
day.
Gab, you already know. Soon you're gonna have to put me in your studio real quick. You know.
Oh, hey,
Just
I'll
a little
put you
something.
in.
I just want to see your albums, all that.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready, man.
Look.
Whenever you're ready.
My man Gas, like I said, man, that wall of fame is crazy. So Gas, tell me this, man. How'd you get into doing engineering and production? Because I know you do production as well. And tell us about like that whole process and some of the ways that you've been, maneuvering through the city.
Yeah, well, shout out to the Gaston family, man.
Hey,
If you know the
word.
Gaston family, like
Gaston
the whole
family.
family.
Hey, and I
does
know
music,
I
man.
went to school with a few of them, man, and you know that
Hopefully with the good side.
they all good. All of them were good, man. Everybody I
cool,
know,
cool.
I rocks with heavy.
Cool,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I rocks with him heavy. I actually we had King Vay up here last week, man, and he's heavily tied into the family as well. The Gaston Five, I know about them.
Yeah.
We was talking about Frank G and how he's with Purple Rain and stuff. Yeah, we tapped in. Come on, man.
Tapped in.
Hey, you did your homework. You did your homework.
Absolutely. You know what I mean?
But I mean, I was an introverted, like creative, so
Right.
I was making my own music.
Right.
And I didn't like the fact that my music didn't sound like everybody else's on the radio.
Absolutely.
So that made me just start engineering. I had to learn what EQing was. I had to learn what compression was.
Right.
And so I just studied until my shit started to sound better.
Hey, and I can attest to that.
Yeah.
This man he's a
looking,
genius
man.
in that studio, baby.
Appreciate it.
Research.
He's a genius in
Hard work pays off.
I'm like, I tell him something and it works. I don't even know how you make
don't
it work.
even be speaking English.
He just
Let's
make
put
it
it
work.
magic
You know?
That's funny. Hey, shout out to the engineers because we do that for a lot of people.
Absolutely, man. These dudes make magic happen
real.
when you in there, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, man. So Jeremiah,
What's going, man?
hey, tell us
He's so
Tell
cool.
the
He's so
world.
cool.
about yourself, man, and where you're working out of, and what projects you've been a part of, and how'd you come to get connected inside this Las Vegas family.
Okay. My name is Jeremiah Rios from Barstow, California.
Barstow,
Yep.
been there a bunch of times.
Right up the
Great
street.
place. Similar story to Pat's. Grew up playing in a band. Kinda
Okay.
Went in and recorded for my own stuff, and it was like, all right, I could do this for a living.
Nice.
So then went to school in Phoenix,
Mm-hmm.
and then just got out here. I got hired at the Palms in 2015.
Nice.
So February 2015, and then I was there up until closing. So,
Oh, so you was the man behind the magic at the Palms.
yeah, man.
Look, man, everybody was telling me about the Palms. They was like, go to the Palms, man, record up there because like the recording is nice, man. I'm like, my man know what he doing. And I just never made it over there. Because
Yeah.
you automatically think like, okay, man, I'm recording at the Palms, man. How much is that?
Right.
Just to keep it real, you're like, how much is that going to be? Like, is that $1,000 an hour?
That's
Yeah, a lot of people assume, they're really cool about doing local unsigned rates, but
Right.
yeah, I was there, and then now COVID hit, working from home, primarily mixing and freelance, bouncing back and forth to different studios. So
I'm checking out your IG, man, and I seen you had like a billboard plaque up there from Kalani.
yeah, man.
And I'm like, what? Major flex.
Yeah.
Major flex. I was like,
They
what
just
the
flexing
hell?
on us, man. They
Man,
flexing today.
crazy.
Thank
Crazy. How did that come about?
A writing session.
What?
And what's crazy is she was there, but we had like 3 rooms going.
Right.
So she had her own engineer.
Okay.
So she came into my room and heard the song we did, and she's like, I'm recording it right now. That's
Wow.
the only song. It was like a week-long session. That was the only song that made the project.
Nice.
So it was just like timing. It was
Nice.
lucky.
But what was good was the fact that you was making something that inspired her at the moment. As an artist, when you hear something that inspires you in the moment, it's a blessing to be able to hear something and say, I can do it right now.
Yep.
So that was. And
See, I kind of froze up a little bit. She would hear something and she'd go back into her room and cut it. And she's just like, nope, cutting it right now. Going in there. I'm like,
Wow.
all right, move some stuff around, but let's do it.
Nice. That is beautiful, man. I'm like, that's crazy, man. And I also seen on your IG, man, a picture with Paula Abdul. What was it like working with her?
That was crazy, man.
What?
She was super cool.
Mhm.
I think it was like the first time came for No, we did a song the first time. Second time came back, requested me. We did like a radio commercial or something. So it was just good energy.
Nice. Nice. I'm like, man, that's crazy. I'm like, Paula Abdul, I had the biggest crush on growing up.
You get her number right.
I'm like, man,
Those are the ones
you know what I mean?
I would be like mind blown. Like, I used to see this lady on TV. Now I'm,
Right.
like, hanging out, recording, taking a picture. Like,
I'd be like,
I don't know if you saw the Shaka Khan one. That was like,
no, I didn't see that one.
oh shit.
That-
I'm
that's gotta be
recording it
crazy,
right now.
Shaka Khan. I'm like, man,
Right.
look,
Major flex.
look, man. I'm like, he over here, he ain't flexing right now. He's bodybuilding. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm
Big
like,
muscles,
man.
big muscles.
Next time you run into Paula, just slide my number under the table.
I don't know,
You
man. You see the way she was kind of putting her arm?
I seen that. I was like, man, I'm like, yo, Jeremiah was
I
getting
think I might got a shot.
How old is Paula now? How old is Paula Abdul? About 60?
Man, does it matter?
Doesn't
matter.
OT freaky, man.
Right.
Real.
Does it matter, man? I'm like, we talking ages right now?
Oh my God. Hey, what y'all think about the album, the Donda album?
Honestly, I haven't made it through neither because I know
Okay.
you're gonna ask me about
Really?
Drake too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just been kind of focused on the task at hand.
Mhm.
Right.
So I haven't had a lot of time to actually hear both. But
Mm.
I will say, man, that man Drake, he coming off hot.
Right.
Man,
Coming off hot.
Right. So, Tyler, what you working on right now, man? That's major in the city. I'm like, I've been hearing things, but I want you to tell
Like what?
them. Yeah, it's a certain artist, man. Come on, man.
I mean, I'm just
Could
speaking
he
on the
spill the
locals,
beans?
man. I'm
Speak on
the
locals. Speak on locals.
I like the Ty Herbos. I like.
That's what I've been hearing, man. Ty Herbo. I've been
That's
like-
my guy. I love working with y'all. I mean,
Absolutely. I mean, we love coming in there.
Hey,
And
I'm
doing some
gonna let y'all in on a secret. I don't like speaking on stuff I'm working on because every time I speak on something, somebody do the same thing.
Okay.
uh,
I understand.
so all he can say is bangers coming.
That's it. That's
Hey.
it. When you hear I'm all
It's
gassed
bangers
up
coming. Stay
on
tuned.
that tag,
Stay
that's it.
tuned.
I'm all
That's
gassed
it.
up.
Stay
I'm all
tuned.
gassed up. So fellas, tell them where we can reach y'all at.
Oh, King Gas 100 on everything. Twitter,
King Gas
Instagram.
100.
Owner of the Gas Station Studios.
Gas Station Studios.
LV on Instagram.
Yes,
I got
sir.
a kind of odd Instagram name. It's Illuma Maya.
Yeah, I seen that.
Illuma Maya.
I didn't even want to pronounce it. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna mess that up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
interesting, man.
that was one of those words I just don't want to say it out loud in
Yeah.
class. I didn't know what.
I just can't come up with anything else to change it. I went through like a conspiracy theory phase
Understood.
where I was like researching the whole Illuminati thing.
Right.
So I kind of, meshed my name with it.
Right.
Right.
And now it just kind of haven't came up with anything else. So
That's dope, man. I'm like, yo, at least it's something that you identified with, and you made it that is something that was personal to you. I'm like, a lot of people just make up a lot of crazy stuff. I'm like, I see the IG names right now, it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
They don't even make sense. So that was dope, man. Hey, fellas, man, it's a pleasure having y'all up here with me today. And I'm looking forward to hearing all the stuff that y'all about to have going through the city. I know Gas is working hard. I'm like, Jeremiah, I know you doing things. I'm like, you can just scroll through your page, man, and I'm like,
yeah, man, a lot of that stuff is pretty old too. There's a lot of good Vegas talent that I'm working with right now.
Yeah.
who you working with in the city right now?
We just did the Jovi
Oh,
project.
Yeah, Jovi
That's
Joe.
one
That's
Saw that on live.
yeah.
I'm actually like
he
really,
working with CP and all of them. Yeah,
I'm proud of that one, man. He killed it. It's
Yeah.
like a real.
Yeah.
I like substance.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, him just wrapping up the Fast Money J project. He's
Okay.
solid to me.
Nice.
He's real good. Dylan Jacob,
Mhm.
kid, Fremont kid.
Fremont kid. Yeah.
So I've been working with him, trying to push him to get some stuff out. So
Okay.
He was over at the house today working on some stuff. So
Already
solid
good.
process.
Look, that's what I'm talking about, man. See, that's what I like about these guys. I'm like, they do major things, but they're still tapped in locally. They're
Right.
still rocking with the people locally. They ain't like walking around with the big head talking about like, I only work with these type of artists now. No, man, they really trying to build the city, and we all about building up the city, man. Vegas got a lot of hidden talent that people haven't been exposed to yet, and I know with you guys coming together, it's like Voltron, man. I'm like, man, it's about to be crazy. I'm like, man, the world ain't ready. Vegas about to be put on the map, man.
Right.
I can see the magic in the
In
air.
time, in
You know
due
what I
time.
mean? I can see the magic happening. All right. Hey, Give it up for my guy, Gas, my guy, Jeremiah. Hey, Fifth Element Hip Hop Podcast. Thank you, fellas. Thank you, fellas, for coming up here. Hey, Ray, what else we got in the news, man? What else we got going on?
Man, let's see. We talked about Tip Drill.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Respect movie with Jennifer Hudson? She played Aretha Franklin.
Oh yeah. Of course, I've been seeing that, man. I've been wanting to watch that for a minute now.
Right.
I'm like, it's on Apple TV, I think, for
Prime
or something like that. I know you can watch it without having to go to the movies and seeing it, but if you do check it out, I want to hear the reviews on it because I haven't had a chance to see it yet.
Man, I give it 2 thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Marlon Wayans was in it also. He had a crazy part.
Hey, Marlon Wayans is I want to see how it works with him being in a serious role right now.
You gotta check it out then. If he plays her husband, and
right,
very serious role. He's almost like he's Ike Turner-ish in the movie a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, man, we need a modern day Ike, man. Somebody
he
give
said
us.
We need a modern day Ike.
Somebody give us some memes that we can post up. There's so many
modern day Ike.
So many Ike memes out there.
Put hands on these women.
We need a modern day Ike meme.
Right.
You know what I mean? Going on. I'm like, we need some Ike, some Ike-ish.
Right.
Ike vibe.
What I did think about was all the hate Donda was getting from Chris Brown, Soulja Boy.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? They were going in.
That, what's crazy about that is that, if you made the project, that's fine. If, it's the music business.
Right.
I'm like, just because those verses wasn't used right then doesn't mean that Kanye's not gonna, use them later.
Kanye ain't fucking with them no more. He ain't using them.
Obviously, I'm like, you burn bridges. I'm like, why would you do that? It doesn't even make sense to do that.
Young Draco or Big Draco.
Hey man, it is what it is.
Right.
It is what it is.
He was going in on him.
Man, he gonna mess around and be like, Chris Brown. Chris Brown?
Chris Brown.
Right.
Drake?
Exactly. Man, let's get to these interviews though.
Right.
Yeah.
Without further ado, man, I'm gonna introduce 2 Las Vegas legends. I'm like, man, this guy right here, who I'm about to introduce right now, he's probably touched everybody in the city as far as recording and engineering wise.
Word.
I don't know nobody who's as well vested in the city as this guy behind the boards. And to be honest with you, if you got him on a hook with you, he's lacing them things real nice. He's like our Vegas Nate Dogg. He's on everybody's hook. And like, if you got a hook with this guy on it, man, I'm like, yo, that's a flex in itself, Right
on, man. Appreciate that.
This other guy right here, you know what I mean? Samson. I'm like, been seeing this guy around doing music in Vegas for about over 20-something years that I've been seeing him.
Again. I wasn't
I'm like,
born.
all the way back to the days of the Escape Lounge.
Okay.
And, what I mean?
Okay.
Exactly. No, Coolers Lounge.
Wow.
These days, and if you tapped into the Vegas culture, about these days when we was out here, we was really trying to get it. And we had a decent following back then too, man. We was rocking. And I've been seeing this guy Samson perform. I'm like, last week he was over at the True Head Vibes event with my man Big Scoon and Dig. It was crazy. I heard it. I was supposed to come that day, but some things held me back from being able to come. But Samson came through and burned down the cipher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, he did what he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? And trust me, my ears to the street. So I heard about it.
That's right.
So today, without further ado, give it up for my man Two-Tone, my man Samson, and they about to tell you what they got going on in the city. Hey, clap it up for my guys, man. My guys. Look, Two-Tone, tell us about yourself, man. Tell us what you got going on, man.
Man, I've been doing my thing in Vegas. I moved here in '97, man, but
yes, sir.
I've been rocking in the studio since '99. So I done touched a little bit of everybody. I see the beginnings of some shit. I done seen the ends of some shit.
Right.
But it's been a fun ride, man. I didn't realize that if you stay in something long enough, you kind of get to see what it reveals itself or what it becomes if you earn it, you know, which is the friendships, the camaraderie, the history, you know, the stories that you get to tell that you didn't know meant something at the time would be shit that people want to hear later on. You're like, damn, this was in my bedroom. You sure you still? Yeah, man. Who's that? You know what I'm saying? So that's been pretty cool. But man, the city is feels like it's bubbling right now. Yeah, and it's a different feeling right now than it's ever been that I can recall since '99. Right, and it was just, you know, the Doomsdays and the La Clicas and who else was around back then, man?
420, Murderous Click,
you know, but you can name them, you know, two hands. One hand you could really name, you know. Right now you couldn't do that. You can possibly do that.
Man, right now it's a new artist popping up every day.
I
don't even half these guys. I'm like, I'll be like, man, I've never even heard of you. But
right, which is the same way they talked about us back then.
Absolutely.
So, you know, but there's a stronghold now to where the ones who put the time in and kept going and found outside resources to lend to their craft, you know, because that's what it took. I mean, we're not making money in the music game like that unless you're behind the scenes. Or,
absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
So you have to kind of make the two mesh and make it look like that. So the youngsters figured out how to do that faster than we did.
Absolutely,
back then.
and they understood that it's power in numbers.
Right, and the access to the technology now is way colder than it was for us. I mean, we had MySpace and Facebook, but it was the beginnings of it.
Right, and we didn't have the avenues of the YouTubes and getting stuff monetized. Yeah. Because if we had that back in the day, I feel like we would have made some noise. We would have made some noise. I remember one time we at the Escape Lounge and we performing, and we actually had Mr. Cheeks seek us out to come to the show, and he was rocking at the show with us. You know, you remember that, Slim? When Mr. Cheeks was up in there, we had Antonio Tarver come by, like, because we was really making
noise. The Lost Boys?
Yeah.
Not to change the subject though, but you talking about Slim. Slim didn't have me in some cold ass situations before I was even able to be in them before I deserved it.
Right.
I mean, I'm talking about he had me rock on a stage with standing next to him, just me and him. And a touring Lil Wayne. I'm talking about the Carter Lil Wayne.
Yeah, it's a bitch in the back, it's a hoe in the front. You know,
I'm really up here right now. You know, that kind of shit. So I mean, it's history in this room for sure, man, for sure. But getting back technology, that's the kind of shit I'm trying to take advantage of now. It's like you have to put yourself out there now. You have to be seen. So I kept myself in a box for so long that you know, I felt like it was time. If I still wanted to, you know, maintain some sort of status or existence in the music industry in Vegas, or, you know, hopefully soon nationally, you have to put your face out there, put your talents out there, put whatever you got to work with out there so people can see you got it. And if it takes, then you know you got something. You know? But,
absolutely.
I've been rocking with my man Samson recently though, and this boy right here, man, he got a fire in his ass like I do, man. Where it's like,
already knowing though.
It coincides, and it's in us linking up in the recent years where we knew each other years ago, but we never were in the same rooms like that. You know, it was always in passing.
Right.
But life has a way of maneuvering shit, you know.
And you know what's crazy is that I just seen you guys. I'm like, my boys Lost Elements was rocking at the Echo Show.
The Echo Show, yeah.
Right. And I seen y'all come in and I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay. I was like, the homies coming through. Yeah. So I seen, I tapped in with you while I was there. You know what I mean? And, I rock with Schoon and them all the time, you know, so I'm always with them. And I got to see y'all do y'all thing. I got to see Samson show. And I was like, yeah, he's still on his square.
Yeah, it's definitely organic. It's definitely organic, man.
He's still on his square, man. I'm like, man.
But I mean, he's been bringing me out of my shell as far as getting back out there, getting on stage and shit like that. Like this is, I mean, I didn't plan on this shit happening, but everything is just coming like it did before 15 years ago, where everything fell on my lap, but I misused it.
Right.
The universe changed it around, and now it's giving me a chance to get the same
full circle.
But I was there the 15 years ago, so I seen it from the beginning, from the humble beginnings to now, back right now.
So
you know what I mean?
You can definitely,
I can attest to all of that. You know, and I'm definitely proud of you and what you've been doing.
Appreciate that.
So Samson,
man,
tell us what's up, man. What you got working on, man? What you doing, man? What's the project?
Man, I'm working on a project. This is the way.
Right.
it's coming along. I'm pretty much finished with it. So right now I'm just putting out singles.
Right.
And just been recording. Me and Tone been getting it in.
I know. I came in and I seen you working with another Vegas named Quadir.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I remember I came in on that session.
Okay.
I had a session right after y'all. Y'all was like,
shout out to Quadir. That track is fire too.
Yeah,
man.
and I seen that, and I was like, man, I love to see that. People who actually made a name out here in Vegas.
For me, that was full circle because I was a rookie in the game when his name was on the bus going around.
Right.
This is how you do
all
it.
over the place. Right?
And I'm like still trying to get on, be known, and get some sort of an inkling for this shit.
Right.
So just in the Vegas history of things, for that to come full circle was kind of like, damn.
And that was dope for me to be able to. I walked in on that. Yeah. I'm like, I was like, okay, I got a session with Tone. Yeah. I walk in and here's Samson recording. Here's Quadir. Samson like, hey, bro, you mind if I get another 10 minutes? I'm like, hey, man, look at like.
Oh, that's right.
I'm like,
he inspired the upcoming generation because that was right around the time where everybody was starting to get their bearings, and it made us like, oh, we got to do it at a different level.
Right.
It's not just talking about it at parties and barbershops. It's
absolutely.
It's putting it in your face.
Right. And Samson, what's the name of the crew, baby?
Campfire Music, man.
Campfire. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for you to say it, man. I was like, dude, Campfire been around forever.
Forever, man. Shout out to the camp, man.
Campfire, man. I'm like, yo, y'all be doing y'all thing, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I always enjoyed y'all shows, especially when I used to come out and see y'all, man. I'm like, me and my brother would get up, do our thing, whatever, and I'll sit back and watch y'all show. It wasn't a lot of people I sit back and watch because I'd be like, a lot of people was, I ain't gonna say what they, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Without saying it. But hey, if Samson, we got this little thing up here. Whenever somebody who's an MC, steps on this platform right here, we got this thing called the bar test.
Okay.
I hope you've been studying.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's a big thing. It's a big thing.
I hope you've been studying because the bar test, man, it's a pass or fail.
Okay.
It's no A, B, C, D grade. No, it's pass fail, baby.
So no more school. Yes.
So without further ado, hey Slim, we ready back there?
Hey, you ready?
We ready back there?
He said we ready.
We ready?
His head.
Okay. All right. Hey, without further ado, I'm going to get my man, Samson, Campfire, representative.
Yeah, shout out AMG.
Hey.
Lil Goldie, what up?
Look, he about to eat right now. Go ahead, Samson. Eat.
Yeah, love. Okay. Campfire Music. Love. Check. Look. Hey, leave it up to me and I'll make it happen eventually. Best rapper out of this bitch, they better mention me. If they don't, then it's off with their heads. I don't see no competition, I leave all of them dead. Look, life lessons been learning since adolescent. I don't stress on things I cannot change, just count your blessings. Time passes, I'm learning that I'm a different person. One thing for certain, I'm working until they close the curtains. I got a purpose, they nervous, ain't even scratched the surface. I manifested my dreams, I put it all in motion. Visualize what I wanted, didn't have mixed emotions. This is deeper than rap, this is pure devotion. Motivated, dedicated, I push the limit. Never was timid, my image is not the image they mimic. What they can't duplicate, hating because they lose their faith. Believing in something I cannot see is what I do today. Hey, man, this music really feeds my soul. I put the seed in the soil and I just watch it grow. My family tree gon' be straight, they gon' eat for show. So sit back and get fed and enjoy the show. When your life on display, you start to move different. You make a deal with the devil, he gon' charge interest. Not to mention your pension will be a source of interest. Without knowledge, these studies are really non-essential. Look, hey, products of a broken home. Mommy wasn't there, and your daddy was a rolling stone. Mental health is at an all-time high. Self-medicate, all we know is getting high. Survival of the fittest, only strong survive. But when you battling addiction, no one sees you cry. You get stuck in the rut, start to believe your lies. Your paranoia got you scared to look me in my eyes. Ooh, and that's the windows to our soul. And we all fighting demons, we just gotta take control. Look, I never let them get the best of me. I stay cooking, I got it, come get the recipe. The raw warrior attacks again. Sleep underneath the booth, no pad and pen. Take a picture of your dude, you can laugh at him. Later on down the line when he passes tense. Tone, that's my brother, I've been blessed to be. Why you think I always got the best next beast to me. Something like a cold night with hot Nestle drinks. State to state, shut them down till they give me the beats. Yeesh. Believe I'ma speak my piece, cause at least 90% of these motherfuckers is weak. I reached the point of boiling, bubbling over. You got your woman with you, get to huddling closer. You're doing it all wrong. I do what I'm supposed to. Perpetrating in your own city, had to expose you. I told you, maybe next time you get that. And if you get it right, I just might give you your bitch back. Man, I feel good. You know I'm gon' get it. I don't care what time it is, I'm not tripping. Look, in the state of paradise on this one. Ain't feeling your man, guess your friend gon' get some. Another day in the life so amazing. Like how to get your fingerprints off the shell casings. Aiming high as we get some time. About to take them to a world that's a level beyond. Alongside one of the coldest, you better be on. Your game tight to match the talent of incredible songs. Look, secluded island, I don't write no verses. Your panties in a bunch, bitches pull your skirts up. We let them have it and they finally hurt us. Millions of US dollars, so I guess that we worthless. That's just in your eyes. To me, it's still perfect. Even when I die, ask a bitch where I came in fresh. Smelling like some newly printed hundreds. They be all up on my heels. I can tell they really want it. I don't flaunt it, it's just natural. Got enough haters, burn my image in their eyes, and I tell them see you later. I didn't pay enough dues, even rich, I still pay him. They like, he's a mixed dude. They like, fuck it, we gon' play him, lay him down, pick him up. About to take him on the coaster ride. Hoping the way I am and the way you are gonna coincide. Oh, am I just off my rocket as an older man? Or do I deserve my bare feet in this golden sand? Bitch, we fucking, I'm all out of time for holding hands. And when we finish, we gon' probably go again. No, I didn't, yes I did, cause they know that I'm that brazen. Bagging up the style cause the world wanna taste it. Flying off the shelf, people off to the races to get this bath salt and have them chewing off their faces.
That means just, hey, man, he scraped the plate. Yikes.
Wait. You didn't maybe take my glasses off. Wait a minute. Was this free? Is this freestyle, right?
This is what I do, man.
It is what it is.
Oh my God. That man just ate. They say it like bath salts. I make them eat their faces.
Oh my God.
Come on, man.
Bro.
Man.
Come on, man.
Yo.
Samson.
Man, we appreciate that.
He said you can have your girl back. I said, whoa.
Samson.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo. Did he just put the beat on his back and carry it?
Yeah.
I was like, man, I forgot the beat was on because he was eating it. I was like, all I could hear was Samson going crazy. I was
I
like,
appreciate y'all, man.
oh my
I
goodness.
appreciate this opportunity, man, for real. Cause
Man.
Wow,
I love to rap, man. So when I got an opportunity to come and rap, Tone was like, man, you want to come rap? I'm like, shit is a pig's pussy pork.
Pussy pork.
Shit, let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't even mad at you, bro. Man.
Yeah, shout out to PS the Great, man. I told him I needed just like a, just a simple little beat, a bang, and he looked it up for me one time. Shout out PS the Great, man.
Man, shout out PS the Great. I'm like, yo, you just came through, man, and you just flexed on us like heavy right now, man.
That was
I'm like,
crazy.
hey, that was not what I was expecting.
Right.
I'm like, yo, you just came through, man. You ate for about like 2 minutes straight, man.
Nah, that was about 3
He
songs. Right.
didn't stutter.
I mean, he made the beat like 12 minutes. I'm like, man, I'm not finna do him like that,
Hey,
I
look,
could have,
Bro,
but I'm
you
like,
didn't
nah,
stutter,
hey,
you
I
didn't
don't want to do
mess
y'all
up,
like
you
that,
just
man.
kept going, man.
Man, I was
That was
like,
hard.
dude, I was like, man, this dude came through. Now, not only did he study, he made the assignment and he took over the role as teacher. He started handing out
Yeah, we
assignments.
checking boxes, man.
Right,
We checking
you know what I'm
boxes.
saying?
Yeah.
He started handing out assignments.
This bar test getting crazy week to
I'm
week.
trying to tell you.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, man.
Appreciate you.
Hey, tell us where we can reach y'all at, man.
Yeah.
What's up,
I'm
man?
following
You
right
can
now.
reach me
Pull my
at
phone out.
Samson, Light Skin Django, LITE.
Look, the light skinned Django.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
that's crazy as hell.
Yes, sir.
Light skinned Django.
Right.
Two-tone, man. Tell them where they can reach you
Man,
at, man.
look, I'm gonna tell them like this: Mad Records, Mad Records, Mad Records, man.
Mad Records
Man, come get y'all
already.
some sessions, man. Let's
Yeah.
get this shit going, man. Let's get y'all sounding good
Absolutely.
with the rest of my
Already. Hey, and I can attest to this, man. In the studio, this man Two-Tone is a man.
Beast.
I ain't even got to tell Two-Tone what I want.
Man.
I can just be like, yo, we be over here talking, and Two Tone be talking to me and still making shit happen in the music at the same time.
Quick.
This dude is like insane with it.
It's muscle memory at this point, man.
Yeah,
You know,
look,
man, you gotta think
Absolutely,
20 years doing this shit, man. You know, I try to keep it spicy by ad-libbing this shit now.
Hey,
you know
look,
what I'm saying?
man.
And it's nothing like it. Working with this cat, like I'll have I'll come in with an idea and I'm like, man, I need a hook for this, and it's just like, and he want to work, he's
Right.
like, oh, you brought this beat for me, huh? I'm like, yeah, and he just go in there and cook, man, so quick, and it just comes out so organically, man. So shout out to Toon Tone.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
Singing
man.
is definitely my current passion right now. That's really
Right.
that's why y'all been seeing me like
Las
on
Vegas
stage
Nate
and
Dogg,
sing.
man.
It's like it's really where I'm at right now. Engineering pays the bills, man. That's how I've got my notoriety and shit.
Right.
But with these last little few years left, and I know the window got bigger over the last couple of years. I was like,
Hey,
damn, the window was closed. I'm like, damn, nigga, okay, let me get back in this bitch.
Hey, man, what
So-
you mean? Last few years left, man. You still rocking,
Hey,
baby. You know
I
what
hear
I'm
you, man.
I'm
But,
like straight up.
I hear you.
You still got a whole career in front of you, baby.
I hope so.
You got- Ain't no hope,
Yeah.
man. I see it. I see the writing on the wall.
Right on, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, man. And I'm like, the
But,
caliber of people you working with, man. I see you, man. I shout out Landlord, P Fire, man.
That's the bros too.
Right.
P Fire making big things happen right now.
Yes.
Landlord, shout out
Right.
Cross.
Right.
Cross doing
Fire.
amazing things right now.
right.
Bro.
It's a lot of people on the come up right now that I started with, man, and
Right.
it's a blessing to still see it
Right.
active like that. And I mean, in our circle, we got history, man. So to see
Already,
see our brothers doing the shit that we doing
Right.
is crazy, and it's inspiring on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I was finished. I'd given up. You know what I'm saying? So to come back and do it now, to be able to, you know what I'm saying, get down with the same people I started with.
Tone, tell me this. How did y'all come together to make this conglomerate of engineers that y'all got going?
Man, Gas reached out. This was Gas's brainchild. You know,
Okay.
he had a vision to bypass the shit that we've been trying to do for years, which is, man, we're crabs in a bucket. We all just need to come together as artists and shit.
Right.
We can't leave it to the artists. The engineers are the ones that organize everything.
That's
So
facts.
why that just like why that makes sense? It's like we don't have beef like that amongst each other. So, but we touch so many more motherfuckers than one rapper would with his circle or a couple of homies he knows. We're 6 degrees of separation to everybody in the city.
Everybody.
I mean, you hit a bomb today on this building. I said that shit earlier. I joke. I said a bomb shouldn't hit this building today, man. It's gonna be some scattering over there. But yeah, man, it's. As soon as he came to me about it, I was all in, and he told me who else was involved, and I got nothing but respect and admiration for these fellas, So to even be considered in that circle, I mean, I'm honored, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I didn't go to school for this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So to be amongst the
That
caliber
circle.
of engineer to where
Hey, man.
Kanye's giving out calls, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? You got a wall with hundreds of names on the wall. It's like,
That part.
damn, I still got a little something. Okay.
Right.
So
Right.
Definitely.
so I'm gonna appreciate it and embrace it this time around, because before I was entitled to it because I was the only nigga around doing it, so it was
Right.
mine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
So, but
you gotta, the universe will humble you.
right.
You know,
but,
so
but you know the city got love for you, man, because they
Right
know
on.
you-
Absolutely.
they know you've been rocking for a
Yes.
while, and you always been a solid dude. So you know what I mean.
appreciate that.
We fuck with you the long way.
But to answer your question,
Go ahead.
at Tone Does Music is my
There we
IG
go.
handle.
Hey, my generation, I don't know y'all watching. There you go. That's the Instagram. Because they gonna be looking at, bro.
Right on.
At Tone
You-
Does Music.
The other, both of y'all. Oh my.
Hey, and I'm gonna be reaching out to y'all about some future projects that the Fifth Element has in store in the
we got
future,
some-
and
we got some
I
stuff
definitely
coming up, huh?
I definitely want to talk to y'all
Hold
about
on,
that.
we got some stuff.
Yeah, we got some stuff coming up, but we gonna talk off
Yeah,
air
we working.
to make sure that
Hey,
you know
working.
like we said,
it's
stay
working.
tuned.
Stay tuned, baby. Stay tuned, and you know my man DJ Sev, he's tapped into the culture out there. And,
I can tell, man, and I'm so proud of this dude, man. Y'all don't know,
I know,
look,
right?
Slim is, he's probably one of the closest to me out of our circle. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like it's only a select few of y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to see what he's done with his son, man, is
It's crazy, right?
man.
I'm like, dude, it's crazy.
That shit is
I'm not-
crazy. It's
Shout out
like
to his moms in the building.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Moms.
You know what I mean?
No,
Shout out to-
absolutely.
Oh yeah, what up?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we gotta do that because off air, I get whoopings.
That part, you know
No,
what I mean?
absolutely.
Wow, that's
But
crazy.
And Brooke, what up, y'all?
But just knowing what I knew from Slim and seeing him do, and to see
Yeah.
that recreated, you know what I'm saying? That shit crazy to me, man.
It
Full
is.
circle.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Your daddy a cold man.
Man, hey, I tried
Appreciate it.
to tell him who he was in these streets. But you know what I mean? You know, Slim so humble, he ain't gonna speak on it.
And one more thing, I don't know if I'm supposed to do this, man, but shout out, man. I got big ups and big respect for my man Quan right here, man.
Quan,
Quan is, man, look.
I'm talking about 15, 20 years I've been hearing his name. We have mutual friends and mutual artists we work with.
Right.
That they both, you know, it's a trip we've never been in the same room like this. And it's, you know,
Quan the man. I'm like,
yo, he go back to the Cooler Lounge days too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey,
Samson wasn't even old enough to get in. He was on stage.
Right.
That's right.
That part.
I was outside rapping at the door like, y'all gonna let me in here. Y'all gonna let me in.
That part. Hey, man, without Quan, man, this wouldn't even happen, man. I'm like, yo, this dude is a genius with this videography, man. I'm like, this is why I look so good right now.
Man, this shit cold.
So, you know, shout out to Quan, Vegas Hype Media, man. Yeah, I'm like, yo, without that even happening, man, I'm like, we wouldn't even be up here to give y'all this wonderful entertainment we've been giving y'all for the last few weeks. Yo, without further ado, man, we about to wrap it up.
We about to wrap it up?
We about to wrap it up, man. You know, the Fifth Element hip-hop podcast is wrapping up its 5th episode. You know, I got to speak on that because, you know, it's the 5th episode of the Fifth Element.
Yes, sir.
And that's real talk. You know what I mean? And next week, we'll be bringing y'all some very special guests. It's going to be crazy. We're going to have Misfit in the building. We're going to have the mom of Lucky 2 Times in the building. And, you know, she's going to be speaking on him, the impact that he's had in the city. And, you know, it's going to be a good show. And we're going to have some special guests in there for you, too. And some surprises. It's Ladies Week next week. So all the ladies, I need y'all to tune in because it's going to be ladies hip-hop next week.
Right.
Ladies hip-hop. You dig? You know what I mean? It's going to be crazy.
You dig?
All right, without further ado, man, we wrapping it up. Ray Son, tell them who you are.
Man, it's the Old Young Head 702. That's where you can reach me at on IG. So the Old Young Heads.
The Old Young Heads.
Old Young Heads.
DJ Sam, tell them where you at.
Hey, SwayVK, SWAVY._.K_. And you can also do me on the DJ one too. DJSEV__07.
Look at that, man. I'm like, yo, his is complicated.
Right.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's so much.
Every time.
Hey, it's a lot for y'all, but
like,
in our group,
yo, Instagram
It's
handle
not enough.
I'm saying, your Instagram handle like a Rubik's Cube. You gotta figure that thing out. Right. You know, DJ Slim.
Yo, you can just hit me on the IG. I don't do the Facebook. That's DJ Slim, DJSLIMM. Real easy, man. Y'all hit me up. Good Music 101. Spell it with a Z and a K, man. You heard.
Already.
You heard it. No Facebook.
You can reach me at OT from the D. You know what I mean? That's OTFRUMTHAD. OT from the D.
Yeah.
And you can hit us up on the Fifth Element Hip Hop and on IG at the Fifth Element Hip Hop. And on YouTube, the Fifth Element Hip Hop. Like and subscribe.
Hey.
Yo, hey, by the way, tune in to us at Black Sin City Radio. We on every Tuesday, every Thursday. We on twice in a day on those days. Tap in with us.
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
And Mad Records. Mad Records.
Mad Records.
Shout out AG.
Mad Records. You know what I mean? Already.
Oh yeah. We on one.
Already. Hey, without further ado, we out.
Yeah.
Fifth Element. That's a wrap.
Peace.